Okay, there will be an automatic appeal. You have the right to an appeal. Mr. Glazer, is that going to be handled by you
May
or the
your
public
wife and
defender?
kids get raped.
I would ask that you would point to the public's office.
She was your neighbor. You trusted her. An innocent face. Then the phone rang. The hospital ward went quiet. The highway was strewn with her victims. The domestic home stored secrets beneath its floorboards. In the next 30 minutes, you will meet 5 women who shattered every stereotype about female criminals. And stay with us, because when you think you've seen the worst, part 2 hold the one who redefines most dangerous. What you believe about mercy, motherhood, and danger is about to be challenged. Women who kill are far rarer than their male counterparts, but the cases that do surface are often the most disturbing. According to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, in 1991, nearly 30% of women in state prison for violent offenses had killed somebody they knew intimately. Behind each case, here lies a complex interplay of trauma, access, vulnerability, and system failure. We are not here to sensationalize, but to scrutinize. And remember, the last inmate in part 2 is arguably the most dangerous of them all. We'll examine each woman's background, crime, trial, incarceration, and ask, how did she get away with it for so long? In the late 1980s, a woman drove the highways of Florida, picked up men, and one by one they were found shot dead. Aileen Wuornos claimed self-defense against attempted rape. Prosecutors said serial murder. Between 1989 to 1990, she killed 7 men, leading to her conviction and execution in 2002. Her story raised uncomfortable questions. How much violence can be traced to victimhood? At what point does survival become predation? Neighbors describe her as quiet, a transient. She became the media's poster child for a female serial killer. The court found her guilty. The public wanted closure. But the legacy remains complicated. And yet, what if beneath those shootings lay more than self-defense, an agenda masked by trauma? December 2004, Bobby Jo Stinnett is 8 months pregnant. Her body is found. The baby is gone, cut from her womb. The perpetrator, Lisa Montgomery. She claimed she wanted a baby of her own. The prosecution found cold, calculated murder. In 2021, after years of appeals and debate about her mental competency and history of abuse, Lisa was executed. The first woman executed by the federal government in nearly 70 years. Her childhood, horrific abuse, trauma, psychiatric claims. Her crime, unimaginable. The verdict, death. The debate, does society punish perpetrators or ignore the broken lives that spawn them? When the crime is as shocking as this, how much do we blame the system? And how much do we blame the individual? In the 1980s, Dorothea Puente ran a boarding house in Sacramento. She baked bread, collected rent, and behind that genteel facade she concealed buried tenants, elderly, vulnerable, lacking visitors. Prosecutors say she drugged them, killed them, stole their Social Security checks, convicted of multiple murders.
Cause, find the defendant, Dorothea Montalvo Puente, guilty of the crime of murder in the second degree.
She was sentenced to life. It became a haunting symbol of how the vulnerable can fall prey within their own homes. Her victims didn't vanish into the streets. They vanished under the veneer care. The horrifying truth: murder can sit behind kindness. If a grandmother running a boarding house can kill and bury, what safety net failed victims? In a Texas pediatric ward, parents did not imagine the caregiver might be the threat. Janine Jones, a pediatric nurse, is alleged to have injected infants with paralytics, watched them stop breathing, and then help resuscitate them, or sometimes simply let them die. One conviction followed. Additional cases linger. Her story is one of betrayal. The trusted professional who became a predator. Hospitals are meant to heal here. The ward became a crime scene. How many victims didn't even get a name? And how many warnings were ignored? When the institution is supposed to protect, and instead endangers, what changes when the caregivers become killers? Teresa Noor's victims were not strangers. They were her children and stepchildren. In her California home, abuse, torture, and murder took place. She coerced children into crimes, threatened, controlled, and eventually killed. Convicted of murdering 2 children and implicated in others, Noor serves a long prison term. Her case is a reminder. Sometimes the most dangerous woman is hiding inside the walls of the house. Abuse begets violence. But when that violence becomes a home environment, what hope is left for the children? And now, as you met these 5, ask yourself, which woman you just seen is indeed the most dangerous? The answer comes in part 2. You met 5 women whose crime shook families, institutions, and the nation. But the one that follows in part 2 is a case unlike any other. A woman whose reach, method, and impact surpass everything you've heard so far. On your screen now, an invitation. Will you watch? Because the next chapter will change your definition of danger behind bars. Don't miss it. The truth is darker than you expect.